Welcome to the backyard farm.
So Kyle,
Yeah.
we're out here in the cornfield of dreams. What you think, brother?
I don't think I've ever seen corn as tall as this in my life, and I grew up in Illinois.
So these are the three sister companion plants. It's pretty cool. This ancient technique of agriculture has continued to thrive all the way into modern days. And we use corn, which is the support for the peas and the beans, which is then helped to relieve weeds with the squash down below. I'm saying at least 12 feet.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Solidly and easily. That's only a foot maybe off the ground, foot and a half, and that's easily double my height.
Sowing them super thick was a pretty good call too. And also going with less varieties was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
What I got really lucky on this year though, is all three varieties pollinated at different times.
Nice. And it was good that you waited a little bit more on the squash as opposed to them taking over quite as much, because the corn really got a chance to shine this year. The squash are still just as big and just as fruitful. I mean, the flowers are crazy. It's pretty good, just as good as last year, but it's not quite taken over as much as it did last year. So just little improvements. It's been freaking awesome to see.
And I'm already about to pull some fat squashes. We pulled a few that size yesterday, and harvesting that right off the vine as soon as you can and not letting it go to maturity is that it's not gonna have as thick or tough of skin, and it's gonna have a whole lot less seeds.
And to your point as well about the weeds, I mean, I'm looking through here, 6 or 8 foot wide bed.
It's a 10 foot by 5 foot.
10 by 5. I think I see maybe 2 blades of grass in the entire thing.
I know.
I mean, it's absolutely insane. It's just completely, perfectly covered out. Everybody's thriving. The things that we want to grow are growing. The things that we don't are not. It's that simple.
So out here at the Three Sisters, it's all about harvest timing, because you definitely got 3 different harvest periods for all these plants. I always think that the squash are some of the first things to harvest, but it depends on when you sow your seeds, so there is caveats to everything, right? Should we check and see if we got beans in here? Because I haven't done a bean harvest yet.
I think I see at least a few purples.
Yep.
Nice little purple bean going on there.
You see them
Couple
coming
little
around the
girls right
back.
next to them, and then we've got squash kind of at the same time. So yeah, I would say we'd expect probably squash first, and then a few harvests of beans. The beans will kind of spreckle out throughout the year as they kind of grow. They just drop fruit along the way, and then the new growth kind of just keeps moving forward. Squash kind of goes quite hard at the beginning of the year, and then towards the middle or end of the year is when we're going to see those really, really big, thick corn stalks as well.
Because what does everybody want to do the second that the plants hit the ground in a beautiful backyard farm?
Harvest.
They want to start eating stuff out of it. So kale's always your #1 fastest.
Yep, leafy greens #1. Your early fruits probably going to come next. Things like your peppers and your tomatoes. As far as the
Also
tubers,
squash.
the squash are probably going to come at the same time.
The cool thing about having a diverse garden is that you have a diverse time period for when you can eat everything. You've always got something coming into harvest, and you've always got something coming into the kitchen. Once you get to that perfect volume of plants for the amount of people in the garden, which you kind of learn over the years, sometimes you only need to go out and harvest 1 or 2 leaves of spinach, 1 or 2 leaves of romaine, and you've got a perfect sized salad for your whole family.
And then you got a tomato to drop on top of it, maybe one of your peppers ripens, and you got a whole nother meal just coming up the next day.
Yep. We really appreciate you guys following us with this backyard farming adventure. Let us know in the comments down below, what things are you seeing in your garden that you want to know about, or you've got questions about? We can help you maximize your garden. Thank you guys.
Hit us up.
Word, word.
Corn's for real.
All right.